Honey, the secret of this job is to remain impartial. Now, I know it's not easy not to pick favorites, but you are going overboard with Litza.
Well, that's crazy, isn't it? I mean, I'm supposed to help the women with their problems, aren't I?
Yeah, the women. That's plural, not just one person.
But I've really got a chance to help her, Judy. I mean, I can show her a completely different lifestyle than the one her father's trying to push her into.
Maybe you can, but please, not at the expense of the other women.
Litza needs me. Frances doesn't.
How do you know that?
I reckon you knew you were carrying that heroin. Right or wrong? Yeah, thought so. You just wait till Bea finds out. She'll have your guts for garters. But you wouldn't tell her, Lizzie.
Come on, hurry it up. You are Brandy Sherry Carter, is that correct?
That's right.
You are charged with soliciting, assaulting an officer...
You getting a good eyeful? Let me know when you've seen enough. I'll sell tickets next time.
You are charged with soliciting, assaulting an officer, resisting arrest...
Well, you've been in here before, haven't you?
No, first time. In the last two, that's for sure. What's the matter?
Just thought I'd seen you in here before.
Hey, not me. I wouldn't be here now if that bloody cop had kept his hands to himself.
Right, you were sharing this cell.
Seen better public lose. I don't have to wear these crappy clothes all the time. Better in a sack.
Well, it may not be what you're used to, Carter. There'll be no need for your bright dresses here.
Did you make it sound real exciting?
And you can forget all that preening. You're rostered to work in the laundry.
Hey?
You can make your bed up later. Come on.
What's she in for?
That's something you don't ask in here.
A friendly place, isn't it?
Well, that'll depend on you, Carter.
Hey, Maggie, did you ever get to see any Red Indians and stuff?
Yeah, hundreds.
What, on reservations?
No. I watched the John Wayne reruns on the Late Late Show.
Maxine, will you stop propping up that table and get over here and help Lizzie?
Yeah, all right. Sorry, Lizzie. She's real interesting.
Bea, this is Brandy Carter. She'll be sharing your cell. Introduce her around, find something to do, will you?
Yes, all right, Mrs. Morris. Hey, Mrs. Sam.
Yes,
Can I have a word with you?
Yes, what's about?
In private, if you don't mind. Oh, Brandy. How'd you get a name like that?
Your favourite drink?
Aren't you lucky you don't drink stout? Okay, this is Tina, this is Ruth, Maggie, and Maxine, and the one with the secrets is Lizzie. Well, for starters, you can give Maxine a help with the folding.
Oh, fair go. I just got here. What about we all get to know each other first?
What about you do some work? We've got a quota to get out. Got me?
Great place, this. What do you do for laughs?
Oh, it's not too bad. We've got stuff to do in the rec room. We watch the telly and play cards, you know.
Terrific. Well, where's all the blokes? Thought when I got sent down, at least there'd be a few macho guards to pick from.
Oh, you're out of luck there, kiddo. No male screws around here, unless you count Jane Ferguson.
Oh, God, wouldn't you know it? And the bloke on the gate looks like he wouldn't know what it was for.
Carter, this isn't a social club, so start folding, will you?
Wait. Birds in this dump and I have to share with a wowser.
I'm sorry, but you've got on perfectly well since you arrived here. I'm not going to move you now just because you've had a row. In a couple of days' time, you'll be as thick as thieves and you'll want to move back again.
Oh, no, I won't. And we haven't had a blue. She's up herself because she's been to more places than we have. She's boring everyone to tears, Mrs. Reynolds. It's not just me.
I've made my decision, Lizzie. You'll stay where you are. My stories can't be that bad. Now, was there anything else?
Come along, Lizzie.
Mrs. Morris.
Wait there, will you please, Lizzie?
Touch of jealousy, do you think?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Lizzie's been our resident old age pensioner for so long. I don't think she likes sharing the limelight.
Well, just keep an eye out for any trouble that might blow up between them.
Oh, I doubt there will be. As you said, they'll probably be bosom buddies again in a couple of days.
Anyone home?
Hi.
Hi. I thought you'd be in bed for the next 2 days the way you were dancing last night.
It was a great night. Thanks for the invitation.
My pleasure. Have to do it again sometime. Hey, is Mickey around?
No, she went out for a long walk. She seemed upset about something.
She's in one of her moods. She could be gone all day.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, love some. Hey, would you like to go out again tonight? There's a new disco up at the Valley Hotel.
No, I don't think so.
Hey, why not? Not just you and me, I mean Mickey as well.
Well, you don't want me hanging around.
Oh, come on. We didn't object last night, did we?
Well, if Mickey doesn't mind.
Of course she won't. Hey, it's settled in. Another night of raging coming up.
And 1 cup of coffee coming up.
Anything earth-shattering happened while I was out?
Yeah, Cliff called round to see you.
I don't call that earth-shattering.
He stayed for a while, but he said he'd see you tonight. Oh, did he? Oh, I said it'd be all right, Mickey. He asked me out too.
We're going raging, are we?
Yeah, if it's all right with you. You don't mind me coming along?
Of course not. But, we'll drop you off on the way back if that's all right. I want to stay tonight at Cliff's.
Oh, right. Do you stay there often?
Sometimes. Depends how I feel. Why? Your father would call me a loose woman, wouldn't he? Probably something much worse. Well, thankfully, he's in the minority these days. A girl can do anything she wants without having society looking down their noses at her. The sooner that sort of narrow-minded hypocrisy dies out, the better.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
What is it?
You better ask Lizzie. Looks like the stuff she used to serve at Warama Station.
Tastes worse than it looks.
No, it's not always like this. Sometimes it's just plain rotten. You'll get used to it.
I don't think I want to.
Hey, Lizzie, why don't you come and sit with us?
No, leave her. She'll snap out of it when she's ready.
Where do I get fags from, Randy?
Buy up. Next week.
Kidding. How am I supposed to last out till then?
Ever thought of giving up?
Bloody marvellous places, you know. No fags, no booze, no men.
There are ways of getting things. You just have to be resourceful.
Yeah, we used to have a real good lurk going once. You could get any.
You just got to be careful who you approach. I made the mistake of trying to bribe the deputy governor.
I think she'd be interested in what I'm offering.
Only one person would be interested in that, and that's Joan Ferguson, and no one deals with her.
Why not?
Because I say so. And what I say goes.
Not that way inclined, anyway.
I just hope the women stay interested long enough to make it worth your while.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I mean, they're desperate for something to do. And with Wally there to fire their enthusiasm, I'm sure it'll be a great success.
Good. Well, I'll order some clay for you. Or would you rather do that yourself?
Well, it would be easier for me. I'll just order extra from my supplier. But I will need to know how many of the women are likely to be doing the classes.
Well, I'll get a list for you this afternoon.
Well, actually, I'd really prefer to sort of meet them, you know, introduce myself. Maybe I could throw a couple of pots by way of demonstration.
I think that's a great idea. What about after the women finish work today?
Fine, yeah. It'll give me time to soften up some clay.
I don't want to see her, Mrs. M.
What?
Maxine, please.
Of course, you don't have to see her if you don't want to.
No. It's all right. Well, what do you want?
I wanted to see you to try and explain.
What's to explain? I tried to do you a favour and you stabbed me in the back.
It was because of Mum. Dad dying and then you coming back home.
Oh, thanks very much.
You know what I mean. The police were onto Roger. If they'd have arrested him, the shock would have killed her.
Yeah. Wouldn't have done you much good either, would it?
Maxie, I had a pregnancy test last week. It was positive.
Yeah? How come Mum never said nothing?
She doesn't know. I've had so much on my mind with bills and everything. They were asking a lot of awkward questions. They didn't believe him. That's why I did it, Maxie. Because I was scared of what happened if Roger had been arrested. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We don't have to worry. The police will never know about Roger. I'd like to go back now, Mrs. M.
Right. And you'll have to go back to reception to sign out, Mrs. Carter.
Hey, Paulie. Best of luck with the kid, eh?
Okay, girl, this is the last one. Take a break until the bell goes.
Bloody time. My feet are killing me.
Hello.
June! Hello, love. What are you doing this neck of the woods?
Well, I'm advertising pottery lessons. Today after work in the rec room, a friend of mine's going to give a demonstration on how to use the pottery wheel. So, any of you girls interested, you're more than welcome.
Oh, that'll be nice. I was getting really good last time we were doing it.
Pottery, you're kidding. When do our embroidery classes start?
Brandy Carter. And no prizes for guessing what she's in for.
Yeah. See that old tart over there? She's a pain in the bum. No point in asking her because she won't be interested.
Who's his friend, anyway? Some dyke teacher they've brought into perv on us?
I'm not sure. I'll ask him.
It's a bloke.
He's got all the signs.
Yeah, you're kidding. Hey, you can count me in for a start.
Boy, I think she's going to fit in as bad as well as a fish on the Nullarbor.
Hope you're not disrupting the work in here, Judy.
No, we've finished, Mrs. M. Just having a smoker.
Right. Keep an eye on you.
Hey, is anything wrong, love? Your sister didn't have bad news, did she, love?
No, it's all right.
Now, come on, you know if you've got a problem, you can come to us.
Oh, yeah, sure. All you do is yell at me for getting into strife again.
Oh, it's only because we care for you that we get cranky at you, love.
I tried to do the right thing. Honest be. All they could do was kick me in the teeth.
Well, why don't you tell us about it?
Spud and me never planned that robbery. Me sister's husband was getting in over his head, so we jumped in first. Mum would have cracked up if anything had happened to them. So when things started getting hot, Pauline dogged me in. She didn't want the cops getting onto Roger. I was only trying to help him, Bea.
Yeah. That's one hell of a thing you did, love. And even if your family don't appreciate it, well, we do. Oh, my. Dressing for dinner, are we? Now, if I'd realised that, I would have got my gown this evening strapped back from the cleaners.
We might be stuck in this hole, but we don't have to go around looking like refugees. What it needs is a split up the side. Yeah. Hey, you got any scissors?
No. You know, I don't really think showing a bit of leg is going to impress any of the women.
It's not them I want to impress. I thought I might take that pottery bloke's mind off his clay for a bit.
Wally, you'll be lucky.
Why, is he gay?
No. From what Jude's told me, you're just not his sort.
I've met a bloke yet who's not back what I've got to offer. Yeah.
I hope you're not upset about this morning.
No, of course not. I'm finished here. Just got to go and get changed.
What for?
Oh, well, Cliff's taking Letzer and I out again tonight.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, it's okay. I'll bring her home early.
No, that's not the point, honey. I was going to ask you to give me a hand. I got to get the books ready for the PRG meeting tomorrow.
Oh, well, see, Letzer already arranged it with Cliff, and I said yes.
Would you mind breaking your date? I mean, I wouldn't ask you if I really didn't need your help.
Okay, sure.
Thanks very much. It's a good thing about this job, isn't it? Your social life's always got to come second.
Yeah, I'll go tell Letzer.
And there was
has been another
stranded in Mexico City without a cent to my name, and everyone pretending they could speak no English. So what'd you do? Well, what else? I phoned the American Embassy and got myself repatriated. 3 what?
Hey, cut it out. Listen.
The member for South Vale, Mr. George Swearing, called for confirmation that the United States ambassador had applied for an extradition order due to Mrs. Kennedy's advanced age. Those stories and more coming up soon on Eyewitness News.
Looks as though your letter has really started things to snowball, B.
I doubt it. They would only just have got it. Give it a chance, though. Once the do-gooders get into the act, you could be out of here in no time. Hey, what's all this?
Ladies, this is Mr. Albert Wallace, who's volunteered to give pottery lessons for you.
Just call me Wally, cut the formalities.
Right. Well, Wally has kindly agreed to come here this afternoon to show us all how easy it is. Oh, yeah. Wally?
Yeah, thanks, Mrs. Reynolds. Excuse me. Right, well, I guess you've all had a go at the clay sometime in your life, and you've probably even had a go at the wheel, maybe with not much success. But I'm here to show you, really, just how easy it is once you get the drift of it, right? Now, we just get the wheel going at a nice, steady pace.
Have a look at that hussy. Bloody disgusting.
Once you've got it going at a pace that you can control, now just watch what my hands do.
Oh, very nice.
Are you sure you can't come, Mickey?
Oh, look, I'm sorry, hon. I really have to help Judy with this tonight.
Well, I don't think I'll go either.
Why not?
He's your boyfriend.
Oh, come on, hon.
But I don't feel right going out with him alone.
Look, you're only going dancing. You're not going to steal him away from me. I may not trust Cliff, but I trust you. This is Australia in the 80s, hon, not 19th century Greece. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, no, I think you've got too much water on it.
Oh, bloody thing. It's got a mind of its own.
I tell you, the other trouble is not centre. It should be right in the centre of the wheel. Let's have a go.
Well, they seem to be enjoying it. They've certainly taken to Wally.
He's the ideal personality for a teacher.
Do you think we can leave him to it for a minute? I want to talk to you about the reclassifications next week.
Yes, of course. He's completely trustworthy.
It's looking really nice now. You take it off for me, Wal. I don't want to spoil it.
Right you are. There you go.
Oh.
Good one.
Wally,
Yeah.
think I could have a go?
Yeah, sure.
Something wonderful about the feel of wet clay, don't you think? It's all soft and slippery.
Yes, it is.
Very sensual.
Well, you better drop that in the wheel before you dry it out too much and get it right in the centre, right? Oh, right.
Seem to get the hang of it, Wally. Look, why don't you stand behind me?
And, you could guide my hands.
Well, actually, the trouble really is with the clay. It's a bit too sensual. There's nothing worse than Randy Clay. Why don't you have a few practice goes yourself there while I write down the names of the people who are going to do the class, eh? Yeah.
Oh, I think she's got her hands full with that one.
Could I have last month's food receipts, please?
Oh, okay.
Let's,
Hey, what's with this new fashion look? Disco drudge.
Oh, don't be sarcastic, Cliff. I'm not going out tonight.
Oh, well, you could have told me.
Don't panic. You've still got a date. This is going.
Well, very nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, Mickey's obviously got something more important to do than come out raging with us.
Well, I would if I could.
Mickey, are you sure you can't?
That's fine, hon. You just go out and have a good time.
Okay, I'll see you later. I'll just pop in and see Jude. Bye.
Right, remember the curfew.
I will.
Have you, got some money for a cab fare?
Well, what happened to your bike?
To give it back to Jono.
About 10.
Ta, you're an angel.
Yeah, sure. Well, just take it easy on Litza, all right? She's just a kid.
Oh, come on, what do you think I am?
The word hasn't been invented yet.
Hey, Litza!
Yeah. That Wally seems a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a bit of all right for an old bloke.
I tell you what, give him 10 points for giving Brandy's muddy little paws where they belong.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Maxine. Give us a hand cleaning up.
Rightio.
I reckon the pottery class is a really bonza. I'm going to make lots of vases and give them away for presents. And I bet Jude's thrilled with the one I made for her, because that's an original.
Never to be duplicated.
Yeah, Lizzie, when you make mine, will you put a bottom in it?
You cheeky little bugger.
Hey! It is polite to ask. Hell, it's one lousy fag.
Listen, Carter, it's bad enough blotting smokes around here, but you start stealing them, lady, and I'll fix it so you can't get one in your mouth for a week.
Geez, anyone would think I broke into your piggy bank? Oh, sucker dummy.
I
just
warned
you!
Give it a rest, Bee. She's already been knocked back once tonight.
Bitch. Dirty little bitch.
That's your... Come on, break this up.
So, what happened?
Come on. Who started it? Carter? I see a thing.
Take her back to her cell, Mrs. Morris. And get that tear sewn up.
It's not a tear. It's the latest look.
Well, damn the latest look. Put her on report for damaging government property. Clean it up.
Sure you don't want nothing stronger?
No, thanks.
Well, it's a bit quieter than the disco, eh?
Yeah. I can't get over that place. Where did all those people come from?
Oh, it's always the same when they open up a new place. They hang it from the rafters for the first couple of weeks, and then the crowds start to thin out of it.
So hot. You couldn't even breathe, let alone dance.
Hey, and I did promise you a night out dancing, didn't I? Do you want to go somewhere else?
No. Not just yet, anyway.
You're really looking good tonight. You're the best looking chick on the dance floor. You sure you don't want some vodka or something in that orange juice?
Oh, no, thanks.
Hey, how about some of my wine in it?
White wine and orange juice.
Yeah, well, champagne's all right in it, isn't it? And what's wine but champagne without the bubbles?
Okay. But just a little bit.
Oops, sorry, my hand slipped.
It's nice.
Oi! Good night, fella.
You stay.
It's all right, boy. Stay. Who is it?
My name's Sue Dennis, and I'm babysitting for the Colsons next door.
You got any idea what time it is?
Yes, I have, and I was supposed to leave at 9 o'clock.
Well, what's that got to do with me?
Can Jilly stay here with you till the Colsons get back? I've left them a note, and they shouldn't be too much longer.
Look, I was just about to go to bed.
Please, Miss Ferguson, I'll be good, promise.
Yeah, all right. Come on.
Thanks. See you later. Bye, Jilly.
Bye. Ah, this is lovely, Miss Ferguson. Hello, Master. Hello,
Oh, clever. Really clever.
Nothing wrong with me. Didn't kill a team for sure.
Hey, we better go. They'll be closing soon.
Well, let's wait until they tuck us out, eh?
No, really, Cliff. I promised Mickey and Judy I'd be back early.
Yeah, but promises are made to be broken.
Don't, Cliff. Mickey would be upset.
Mickey and I have a very special understanding. She does her thing, I do mine.
Well, I'd rather you didn't.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. It is a bit public here. Hey, how about you come back to my place?
No! You think
Well, I'm not sure what I'll use it for.
I don't think Lizzie will ever make it as a potter. Still, miracles do happen. You know, she thought it was a masterpiece.
Yeah, poor old Lizzie. Well, I'm not surprised you stopped off at the pub before you came here.
I enjoyed myself, really. Oh, I haven't told you the best bit yet.
What are you two up to?
I'm telling Judy about my evening with the Wentworth ladies, and I'm here to tell you that your esteemed father is now considered to be the new Casanova.
Oh, is that right?
Well, not exactly, but one of them was all over me like a rash. I can't think of her name. It's Randy or something.
Brandy.
Brandy, yeah. Well, she unbuttoned her blouse to give her a plunging neckline. She had a slit all the way up her skirt.
Come on, that's wishful thinking.
No,
What do you
true.
reckon, Jude?
Yeah, poor old Randy Brandy. Sounds like you had a wonderful time one way or another.
Yes, we were all very enthusiastic.
Yes?
Hello. I have come for Litza.
Well, I'm afraid she's not here at the moment.
Where is she?
She's out with a friend.
What friend? Is it a man?
Oh, what's that got to do with you?
What's going on?
Well, some clown here who said he wants to speak to Litza, and he hasn't even got the manners to introduce himself.
Excuse me. Please, I am Manolis Kaponis. Litza is my fiancée.
Come on, don't be upset.
Leave me alone.
Hey, look, let's go back to the disco. Maybe the crowd's thinned out a bit, eh?
No, thanks. I'm going home.
Okay, why don't you come back to my place and clean yourself up a bit? Come on, no funny business, I promise.
No,
Okay, I'll take you back to Driscoll.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Hey, come on, I brought you out. I'm going to take you back home. Now, don't be such a little prude. Come on.
Carol! Julie! Bloody bitch. Oh, hello, Mrs. Ferguson. She wasn't no trouble, I hope.
The babysitter had to leave, Mr. Colson.
Yeah, I know. I found the note.
She said that you'd arranged to return by 9 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I got a bit held up. Don't know where Carol's got to, stacked up. What'd you do tonight, lovey?
Play games with Sue, then I went and played with Major.
Well, the dog? I told you, got to be careful with dogs, love. They bite and they carry diseases.
Good night, Jill.
Night, Miss Ferguson. Thank you for looking after me.
Yeah. Get to bed, it's late.
Yes, Dad.
Mickey tends to get a bit carried away sometimes, Manoli. But to her, arranged marriages went out with binding feet.
Don't apologise. In Greece, too, the young people do not like the traditions of the old people. It is changing.
Then why do you intend to go ahead with a wedding?
Because I think it is right. There's strength in the family that make the big decisions together. That is why Litsa should have stayed at home, because her family only wanted to have a good life.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just all this narrow-minded intolerance I can't stand.
You are being just as narrow-minded as they are by not accepting their point of view. You can't help Litsa and Manoli by forcing your ideas down their throats.
I'm not.
Maybe you're not, but you've got to give your opinions as an alternative. Let them make up their own minds. Litsa, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
She's just a bit upset, that's all.
Yeah, I can guess why.
Yeah, come on, what's that supposed
All
to
right,
mean?
cut it out, you two. Litsa, there's someone here to see you.
We are not rich, but my father's going to help us buy a house. Litsa,
Manoli, what are you doing here?
I came to see you.
What for? I told you I'm not going to marry you. I'll choose my own husband.
And who will want you? Look at you. You go out alone with men, your face all painted. How many times have you been out with him, huh?
Okay, listen, sport.
Keep
nothing
out of it,
happened.
Cliff.
Tell me, Litsa. You sleep with him? He made you a good lover? Bloody woman!
You're Mrs. Reynolds, the governor, aren't you? Yes. Have you any comment to make on the article in the Dispatch this morning?
No.
How's Mrs. Kennedy keeping up?
Exceptionally well.
And what about the rumour that she's been very ill?
I haven't heard of it.
Do you expect her to be kept in Wentworth for very long?
That has nothing whatever to do with me. I suggest if you want a statement, you get in touch with the department.
And do you know of any approach by the Americans to deport her?
Free her!
Let her out!
Get her out! Get her out! Get her out! Get her out! Here we go. Let her go! Free her! Free her!
How long's this been going on?
Well, they've been gathering here since 7 o'clock this morning.
Oh, wouldn't you think they'd have something better to do? What started it all?
I think it was that report on TV last night. You know, all that emotional stuff, practically claiming that Maggie Kennedy was on her last legs. Oh, Mr. Douglas has been phoning for you, too.
I'll bet he has.
I think it's more likely to be about that article in the paper.
Well, what article is this? One of the reporters asked me about it.
Yes, in the Dispatch. Haven't you read it yet?
No, I haven't.
Well, there's a copy on your desk. I suggest you read it before you phone Mr. Douglas.
Thanks, Mrs. Morris. I think this is going to be one of those days. Anne Reynolds.
Douglas here. Have you read the Dispatch yet?
It's in front of me now. I haven't read it in detail.
Well, can you explain how Smith got that article out to the press? I mean, you are still censoring mail, I take it?
Not all of it, but we do keep an eye on anything that might get out to the newspapers.
Yes, well, have the press been in touch?
Yes, they formed a welcoming committee for me this morning. There's a small demonstration outside the front gates.
What did you tell them?
I do know better than to make unauthorized statements to the press, Mr. Douglas.
Yes, well, make sure that your staff don't say anything. I'll be out later, so I'll speak to them. And then I'll get to the bottom of this thing.
And a good morning to you, too, Mr. Douglas.
Julie, turn that TV down. You'll wake your father.
Yes, Mum.
Get that mess cleaned up. Do you think I've got nothing better to do than clear up after you?
Sorry, Mum. What are they, Mum?
Just pills.
You got a headache?
Yes, love, a headache. 10 bloody years.
What, Mum?
Nothing, love. Nothing. You better get a move on. You're going to be late.
Yes, I know. Couldn't find any socks. Have you got any money for my lunch?
Yeah, of course, love. Good tips last night. Made it worthwhile.
That's great.
Julie, don't go to school today. Stay home. I'll write you a note saying you're sick or something. I'm going to cook a special lunch for everybody. You and me and your dad. It's a special day.
What's so special about it?
It's our wedding anniversary. 10 years.
I didn't know. Should have got you a present or something.
Oh, no, I've done without presents all this time. I don't need them now. We'll have a nice family lunch together, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Well, unless you'd rather go to school.
Oh, no.
Nobody here wants to do anything. Kids don't want to go to school, folks don't want to work.
Oh, well, I suppose it's different in the States.
Oh, sure. You try getting a telephone connected or ask a plumber to call on a Saturday here.
Don't tell me that Yanks work in the weekends.
Sure. And they only get half the public holidays.
It doesn't sound too good to me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That is the attitude that got to Australia where it is today.
There's nothing wrong with my attitude.
What I am saying is that our Aussies don't want to do a full day's work for a full day's pay. They just want to work for smokos, lunch breaks, and holidays.
Now, just you steady on. We do our share.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I think that Australia is the greatest place in the world.
Yeah, that's why you shot through to America.
Well, I came back.
But not to stay. As soon as you get into strife, you're bending over backwards to get back. Yeah, with a damn decent mob of Aussies out there demonstrating, trying to help you.
But that's because my family's there. Oh, hell. Oh, there's nowhere in the world like Australia.
It looks really nice, Mum.
I hope your father thinks so. What did you do with that bottle of wine I got?
I put it in the fridge. That's the third time you've asked me, Mum.
Yes.
Should I go and wake up Dad?
No, not until everything's ready, love.
How come he's sleeping in so late?
Well, he stayed up most of the night watching the tennis. Can you come and give me a hand?
I'm sorry, Mummy. It was an accident. I'll clean it up.
It's all right, Julie. I'll do it. You go outside and play until lunch.
But
it's all right. Go outside.
Tammy told me that all those demonstrators are gone. They didn't stick it out for long.
Oh, they didn't have to. The very fact they were there shows the peas lever had done the trick.
No, it wasn't only that. A television program last night helped. Told you those do-gooders would get all stirred up.
Yeah, nobody's ever yelled out at the gate to try and get me out.
I'm surprised the Dispatch even printed that article, you know, after the last one I wrote. Thought they'd want it witnessed by a magistrate or something.
Smith! Kennedy! You wanted in the governor's office immediately.
And no prizes for guessing what for.
Come along.
Do you suppose they've got my extradition papers already?
I'd say there'd be only one paper on her desk, and it's not going to be your ticket out of here.
What's all this garbage made of?
Thought I'd make us a special lunch today.
What for?
It's our wedding anniversary, Des.
Make us some tea, will you?
I got us a beautiful roast and some wine to go with it.
And where'd you get the money to pay for that? Your wages are supposed to pay the rent.
I got good tips last night.
Street? Who'd tip you? Suppose you got to walk in the streets. Yeah, that'll be right. You look like a bloody whore.
I wanted to look nice for you, Des. I thought we could celebrate.
Look, I can pick up a whore any time I like, because I have to live with one, you know. Now make me some bloody tea, will ya?
It's just one day. One special day. Look, it mightn't mean anything to you, but it does to me. I wanted it to be nice. I even kept Jilly home from school.
I need some bloody tea! Jeez!
I take it you sent this article to the Dispatch?
What on earth makes you think that?
Don't be smart, Smith. Do you want me to reintroduce total censorship?
Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, Bea had nothing to do with it. I sent that letter out.
How?
Well,
You don't have to tell them anything, Maggie. No point getting others into strife.
And I suppose you thought you were justified in writing that article?
Well, don't you? A woman of Maggie's age being set up and sentenced to 20 years in prison. It's the people who set her up that should be behind bars, not her.
You know it all, don't you, Smith? Somebody feeds you some glib little sob story and off you go rising to the cause. Yes. I remember when you wrote the story on that Christine Latham when she claimed to be raped. That turned out to be a pack of lies too, didn't it?
Are you suggesting
it's a
that
pity
pack
you
of
couldn't have checked with the Commonwealth Police or the FBI before you ran to the press. Your innocent Mrs. Kennedy has made at least 3 large heroin drops into this country. This is the first time they've been able to catch her with the goods.
Major! Here, boy!
He's over here, Miss Ferguson.
Now, look, you mustn't encourage him to come into your yard, Jill. You know your father doesn't like it.
Sorry, Miss Ferguson, but he wanted someone to play with. You've got to go home now, Major, but I love playing with you. You can sneak over any time you want. Just don't let Dad see you.
Why aren't you at school, young lady?
Mum said I could stay home because she's having a special lunch for Dad. It's their wedding anniversary.
Oh, I see. Was that nice?
I haven't had any. I knocked over a vase of flowers and Mum sent me out here.
2-5. So he's set cook. He's got a...
Yeah, slut. Now give me something a bit stronger.
And he's got on top of Smith in this quarter.
Jill, you take Major back to my house, will you? I want to see your parents for a minute.
Sure, come on, boy.
That's another one to take him on the 2-6 Fred Cook. But there's a bit of manoeuvrability in his play now.
Mrs. Coulson?
Lazy little bastard. You've done all you're ever gonna do to me.
No!
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing our